Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on at the PM store. How are we doing this morning, Matt? Are we all good?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, can't complain.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, or it is here, because we had snow overnight and we got snow. So that's quite festive.
Yeah, we've got a heavy frost.
Oh, yes. So, we have had that yesterday. I must admit, this unseasonal cold spell we're having.
Yes, in winter. How
in winter. Who knew you'd get frost and ice? I remember it like I was a kid.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a thing of the past, hasn't it? A proper winter. Yes,
it's normally nice, it's just wet and windy.
At least it's not raining.
No.
And at least it's not blowing a gale.
No, that's it. I'm going to say what we've been used to really for the last few years definitely is what we call wet and windy. It's been mild, wet and windy in the winter and it's horrible. I'd rather have this because it is quite nice. Yeah,
get wrapped up and get out. It's nice, So, yes, can't complain. It's I'd say it's all right, to be honest. It's quite a bright day as well. Sun's out. So, I think it's going to get up to the dizzy heights of 1 degree.
Is it? Nice.
I think shorts and T-shirt weather.
Yes, it is due to warm up a bit next week. They're on about Sunday, it being a plus 13 degrees, so that'd be a bit of difference.
We've got 12, I think we're down to 12 degrees and stuff, but a bit odd, but
tropical.
No, I don't mind it, to be honest. I'm not a massive fan of winter, but I like it, like you say, like this, rather than wet and windy and just, grey.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And just, it's just dismal. It never seems to get light then, does it?
No, that's it. It's just horrible. Never mind. Yes. Anyway, it's a penultimate show before Christmas.
It is.
So, yes, it's definitely that time of year, very festive. All the festive shows will be next week, if you're wondering, because PM will have a festive show, and obviously all the other ones will as well, and the bits and pieces. But it does mean we've got some bits and pieces going on, obviously some specials, as obviously a lot of you guys know about anyway, and stuff like that. New arrivals this week, to be honest, a little bit thin on the ground.
Well, yeah, they are, to be fair. There's a few to actually go in. That need putting up, and then there's a few coming in by the back end of the week, which will explain which are pre-orders. But it's a bit slowish.
Yes.
We've had some gecko in, as you can see, and ambulance has gone already.
Yes.
I quite like the look of that old landing craft.
Yes.
It's different, isn't it? If you're into that.
It is, definitely. Is that the one they used in Saving Private Ryan? That one?
Don't know.
Because I just know in the film when a lot of people were calling it out because it wasn't a US landing craft, it was a British one.
Oh, was it?
In the film, and all the rivet counters are like, they wouldn't have used that one because that's a British type of landing assault craft, and it's like it would have been. Right, okay.
I have no idea. It's a landing craft, but so got that one in. Obviously, the truck, the closed cab truck. So if anybody's been watching some SAS Rogue Heroes, you'll probably see a few of them along with the other bits and bobs they've got.
Yes.
The comic tank's back in as well. Obviously we had that on a pre-order about a month or so ago. I thought it was longer, but Andy looked it up and it weren't. So they're back in as well. Obviously the ICM, the Bucker with the cadets, the Alpine as well. The Renault Alpine's back.
Yeah,
so things are coming in, and also what we need to put up is the Spitfire 24th scale. We've got in that needs to go up. We've also got a few of the other version of the ambulances with the Queen, the Gecko, the original one, is back in. So they'll be back in stock as well. So and possibly an F-35, a single F-35 from Tamiya.
Just the one.
Just the one, because we literally got our allocation, no more, because I think everybody got cut back, to be honest. But we've had a cancellation, so obviously that'll just go to general stock. So that'll be up as well if anybody's interested in that. So not too bad. Like I say, we've got some stuff coming in back end of the week as well. So it's ticking over. I think everybody's on a bit of wind down. I think before break up, aren't we? So
yes, definitely.
I
think we were sort of hoping for, weren't we, the perhaps the Ravel Hurricane.
Yeah.
Because originally that was slated for December. I don't think, honestly, we're going to see that now with everything that's going on as well with the strikes and whatnot.
No.
So, I think that one's probably gone on the back burner for that. And we were looking for the Meng, obviously, Wild Weasel. F4. So, and again, that one's been knocked back to just after Christmas as well.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I think that's probably going to be about it for this year's releases, which haven't been a bad year, I must admit, as to say, considering the world as it was.
I was going to say, all considering, I don't think it's turned out too bad, has it? And I'm quite excited for next year's release. I think there's some good stuff, that we know of already, and obviously you know, whatever's going to be announced as well in the new year, we'll top that up. But yeah, quite looking forward to seeing what's available next year. Be interesting.
Definitely. There'll be lots of new releases hopefully next year coming down the line, so that would be nice. We've also got in the special offers area, this is the normal special offer area, some various bits and pieces, including an old favourite of mine, which is the AT-AT, which this is it. I built it many, many years ago. I can't even think how many years ago it was. It's got to be 4 or 5 years ago now I built that kit. And again, it's a snap type kit. I know they're calling it a level 3. I don't know why. It should probably be a level 1 really, because it literally is like a snap type kit going together. There's not really any glue required for it. And again, mine's a little bit upgraded, I will say. I did do some touches to this. It was part of one of my little live type things we did. So it's not actually a video build as such, but it was a live build. So we replaced out some of the nuts and bolts and the detail with the real screws that we used on the real thing and a few other little details with it. But generally, if you want to do a large scale AT-AT, because let's face it, we never ever did see dragons, did we? Well, the 35th scale one.
That was never going to happen because of licensing, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. That was
just a shame, really. I'd like to have seen their version of it, but they didn't.
Yeah, but actually, it's not a bad start. It's a really, really good start. If you're into your sort of scratch building and you're upgrading, you can do so much with this because it's big and it's the largest scale, as far as I'm aware, commercially available kit of the AT-AT. Unless you're going to go down like, you know, 3D printed or resin or garage kits and stuff like that. Yes, you can get giant ones like that.
What scale was the film prop?
I've got a feeling it may have been about this scale.
Is that why they've done it 153?
It may have been something like that, because I think when you see pictures of them, it was about this sort of size.
Yeah.
You know, but as I say, I just did a little bit of work on this, but not tons of it. But you say, if you use it for a start-off point, you can actually do some really good stuff with this. And it's not a bad kit either. So, you know, the details there, it just needs a little bit more if you wanted to go down that way. And a nice bit of weathering on it, as we did on this one. And ends up with something really nice. But, yes, it's not a Revell kit. They got it in, only because I spoke to Revell about this at the time. And they explained it's not actually a Revell kit. It's, you know, one they just sort of reboxed and did things like that. But yeah, if you're into your Star Wars and you want a large-scale AT-AT or a decent-size AT-AT, that's what it is. But can you imagine that in 135th, as the Dragon were saying they were going to do, which was donkeys years ago now, but that would have been like here by that.
It'd be like the Lego one.
Yeah, that's it. It would be like the Lego one, absolutely. So, but yes,
a bit of a lump, wouldn't it?
It is definitely a bit of a lump. Yeah, there's something about AT-ATs that I've just loved since a kid because I used to build them as a kid. Because I never had the Kenner one, you know, the giant one. Never had one of them, but so I used to build them out of Lego, cardboard boxes, you know, all the stuff, anything you get your hands on. So when this one came along, I thought, oh, that's quite nice. I might have a go. And I must admit, I did have my name down on a list for a garage kit once as well, but didn't make it. So it was like, bugger, I've never put my name down for another one because that was a lot of money. But as you say, next step would be to get the Lego version.
People say you should have got the Lego one.
I know. I can't justify the money because I can't build Lego on my show. Can't put it through the books.
It's an investment. You need to start your Lego channel. Then
I know, I see it. I need to do my Lego channel. I do like my Lego. People don't know. I do Lego as well. But as you say, we need a Lego brick channel. Flory bricks.
Yeah, Flory bricks. That's what you need to call it. Your offshoot channel.
Yes, I think we did one, wasn't it? I did the Saturn V, the giant Lego Saturn V. I did that as a bit of a thing on the show. But yeah, it's... But no, if you do after, you know, obviously a kit one, but as I say, just think, just needs a little bit of work, just a bit of tidy, a bit of plastic card, some re-screws and things into it, stuff like that. You can actually, it turns out really, really nicely. And we haven't seen it for a while because I've got, to be honest, I've still got the original box set over there. I bought two.
Oh, this is obviously the Empire Strikes Back anniversary box.
Edition one. Yeah, this is it. So it's the 40th edition one of it because I've got over there the original boxing. And do you know what's funny?
I thought Empire was 81.
This. Hold on, I'm going to have to, let me just disconnect for 1 sec. I'll just show you, there's actually a glaring error between both releases. If I can get this out without making a massive crunch. Okay, hold on. Plug back in. Apologies, need a longer lead. There we go. So, you know what I'm saying on there? It says level 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the original boxing, which was a level 2.
Oh, well, you see, they've changed the parameters.
Has it suddenly got more difficult over the last 5 years or whatever it was, 6 years?
I prefer your box art.
Yeah.
Actually, looking at the box art. What does it say? 8+, is it?
Yeah, 8+. What's it saying on that one? Not saying on that one. But that's got all the full Disney logo. Oh, no, this one's still got the Disney logo on it. But yeah, that's the original boxing.
Like I say, your box is a lot bigger. They're more compacted. That's deeper, I think.
Yeah, they've done it deep. This is the thin, skinny one.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
But yes.
It's in. So if you're into ATATs and you're fancy doing a big ATAT and stuff, I'd like to say, you know, you could build an ATAT for Christmas, but the chances of you getting it for Christmas if you buy it is a bit slim. Just obviously this show's going out today. If you're not aware, and as you can see, I'm in my home studio, not at work, where I normally do this show from work, is because the post office are on strike today and tomorrow, which is Wednesday, Thursday, which is the 14th, 15th, and back Friday. Yeah. So obviously any orders that come in today and tomorrow will not get dispatched until Friday when the pickup is. And then obviously next week, if you don't know, it's Friday, Saturday, which is the 23rd, 24th. They're on strike again. So if you want to get your orders in and get them in the system, they are coming through. Like we've said a few shows, they're taking their time, but none's been lost. They are coming through.
Yeah, they are making their way through.
They are just taking a lot longer, obviously, than it has, as we keep saying. But obviously, we need to keep harping on about it, I'm afraid, just so people are aware. So, yeah.
So I'm covered in dust now. I ought to dust me stash a little bit more.
That shows how long that's been in there.
It is, literally. It's at the bottom of the pile. Slide it out. The other thing as well, look, this one does say easy click fit. That one doesn't.
No.
So they changed their mind clearly on that one.
Yeah.
So, but it's still got the same bits on there and all the rest of it. But yes. And to be honest with you, I thought it was a lot more expensive than that. The original release. It looks like the price has dropped a little bit. I know we got it on a nice special, which is quite a good offer now. Because at the time, I did say it was a lot of money for what it is, but I've got a feeling I paid about 75, 80 quid for mine. So, but yes, it looks like they dropped the price a little bit.
The big X-Wing they did.
Yes.
What scale's that?
Oh, that's huge. That's one...
We've had them in. We have actually had a couple in, haven't we, before and sold them, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's 1/27th or something.
Or 1/28th for something.
1/28th, right. It was like that. Is it up in the 20s? Yeah.
But that's not a bad base kit, is it?
No.
It's not perfect, is it? But it's not bad.
It's a bit like this. You could add some really nice details to it. And if you ever go on like social media and that, and I must admit I'm on a couple of things for Star Wars, clearly, prop makers and stuff like that, they do amazing things with them, like fully lit, and all that stuff to it, and add and scratch built. And yeah, they are great for start off things. And to be honest, if you go back through some of my stuff, we don't even have it on the site anymore, but if you go on YouTube, you'll see it. But I did like their, what they call them, lights and sounds ones.
Yeah.
I'd say I haven't got any here, they're upstairs in my office. But, I did the Y-Wing, for instance. So the Y-Wing, completely stripped it back, primed it, repainted it, weathered it, added a bit of detail. We did that. We did it to the big TIE fighter they did, which is the Revell one, which are all Revell ones right the way through. So some of their sort of, click fit, snap type toys, which straightforward ones. To be honest, I've still got, if I can reach here, I've got, because we were testing this one. This is the A-Wing.
Yes.
And I've done it a little bit of a test because we were testing out chromes back in the summer. But again, these are great, sort of kits for start off and stuff like that. And they are literally click fit kits, but they go together really, really well. So
good little mojo builds, aren't they?
Yeah, like they are. Yeah, they go together in half an hour. And then you can spend the rest of the time painting, weathering, sand and fill if you want to, and all those things. But they're actually not bad at all. So if you ever are thinking about, going down that route, then they are little great kits. I don't know if we've got many. As I say, the trouble with them is they come and go. They've sort of, they're around, they're dirt cheap, and then they disappear. A bit like the ATAT. I'm pretty sure the ATAT hasn't been around for a while now, because I haven't seen it. That's when it popped up, and I was like, oh, is it back in?
Yeah, so, like I say, they come and go, don't they? Different bits and bobs, because there's somebody building the really tiny TIE fighter on one of our turkey shoots.
The little tiny
it comes
ones,
in a bag. isn't
Yeah,
it? Like
yeah,
a foil
the little foil bag
It's
ones.
like a Lego kit in a foil bag and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we don't stock that many of them, to be fair. But we kind of stock the Bandai stuff. But it's stuff, if it's available, we can get it. It does seem to sell. I say when we've had them big X-wings in, they've come and gone sort of thing. So. I mean,
well, let's face it, Revell recently, they've really stepped up. Now they're doing a lot of their own ones as well, because obviously we did the Razor Crest, we did the Mandalorian the other day, wasn't it, on a review. We've
Boba
got,
Fett's.
what's the other one? Boba Fett's, I've got him over there, I've got all three. Boba Fett's one, stuff like that. They're great kits.
I'll tell you what.
Really nice.
That's what I'm thinking, for next year, it's going to be nice to see actually what else they do if they're going to, I mean, I've not watched sort of all of Andor. I've only watched the first one, so I don't know what kind of stuff's in Andor, and I think there's, it's massive in it. The old Star Wars,
the whole universe.
If they are going to retool some other stuff as well, and it's coming out from that company in Poland as well. Nice styrene, nice design. Actually, it's very crisp, isn't it? Really
very sharp.
Very sharp. Be interested if there's anything coming out from them for next year.
Yeah, no, there's definitely options with the ships and the various things like that. So, but yeah, it's, I know obviously like we stock the entire Bandai range, or pretty much everything we can get for it as well. And they're like, as I say, the creme de la creme, but you do pay a premium for some of those. Whereas the Revel ones that have been coming down the line, especially the easy click fit ones and stuff like that, they're actually not bad at all. They make really good start off points. So if you do like tinkering and scratch building, knock yourself out. You're having a field day with them, because as I say, they go together really good. It's not like they're just rubbish and don't go together. They do go together. So nice, very nice, cool. Right, okay. So what else we got? What else have we got? Oh yeah, a couple of Lannies. Oh no, one's a Jeep.
A Jeep and a couple of Land Rovers. Actually, they're good. They're all right little kits. They are. Pink Panther, because we've got both versions. We've also got the Tamiya Pink Panther in that I've built, and it's about £10. It's one of their classics, but actually the base is a really good base model. I've never built this Talera. I don't mind having a blast at that. I know you can get upgrades. I mean, I put an Eddard set in my the Tamiya one, which you can upgrade it with, and there's loads of resin. Black Dog do resin for it, and I think some other companies. So you can really get to town. So yeah. It's they're just a bit and they're not actually a lot of money, are they? Let's be honest. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
Good little mojo builds again. So
yes, got the various stuff all down there. There we go. There's a Razor Crest.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The dust now off of that kit. It's getting to me in a minute. But yeah, some really nice bits and pieces down here in the old specials area. So if you want to grab anything from there, knock yourself out as always. We've also got obviously our 25%.
Yes.
Don't forget members.
Yeah, don't forget.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, members. You get your bit on top as well.
Yeah. So we've added some stuff in here, to be honest, as you can see, and some good stuff as well. So some AMK.
Yes.
As you can see, some Gecko. Obviously, Hobby Boss Osprey, which is a good price.
It is very nice price, definitely.
Obviously, the Dauntless has gone already.
Yeah.
So
we didn't think we'd hang around them.
Yeah, we'll probably get a few more of them in, to be honest, because that's a really good kit. It's accurate miniatures one, so don't be surprised if that's back in stock.
Yes, we'll try and get some more of those.
We can get some more of them, and that's going to be added to as well. So so AFV Club as well. So Skimmiters and Churchills and whatever.
Yeah.
And the Gecko Skimmitter 2.
So yes,
some good stuff. So when that's gone, it's just going to get deleted. So.
Yes, so don't forget that particular section. I know we talk about it's going to go on forever, but it's actually going to finish on January the 2nd, 3rd ish.
Yeah.
So if you want any of that,
and be resurrected in a different guise,
we'll just call it something else 2 weeks later. The spring sale.
Yeah, spring sale. No, not really. Hopefully, a lot of it will gone.
Yeah, that's right. But again, if you do fancy any of these, grab them now. For your. SIGs and group builds next year. There's lots of different ones in here you could go for. Some really nice stuff. These are all brand new kits, all sealed. Nothing to do with me. I haven't fondled them or anything.
No.
So you're all clear on those ones. So some very, very nice stuff down in there. So if you want to grab any of those ones, that section will be ending on, say beginning of January when we're back. It'll, the website will get a bit of a revamp and a sort out. So if you do want any of those, grab them ASAP, please. So yes.
Good. Just in other news as well, we've just had a restock of Mr. Hobby stuff. So leveling thinners, rapid thinners, primers, usual stuff, and also the VMS glues. Most of them are back in. We've got some of the varnishes as well.
Yeah.
Which we've not had in. Unfortunately, not the matte one, but we've got the gloss and the satin.
Yes.
So yeah, leveling thinner, rapid thinners are back in. We're sold out of that. I think, like I say, the primers. If you get to primers, usual Mr. Hobby stuff that we stock. To be fair, I tell you what, we have actually got back in as well. We've not had in, but there you go. There's the VMS stuff, obviously as well. The extra acrylics we sell. So we've got the flat and the satin.
I had to give this a satin coat just to null it all down a bit. So, in my infinite wisdom, I went to get my satin and I haven't got any.
Really?
So, yeah, no. So, what I had to do was I made a mix of, because I've been using it actually quite a lot. I've sort of fallen back in love with this stuff. Got it in there. But so I use the flat, the extra acrylics flat mix. So, it's 1 part flat to 2 parts X22 Tamiya.
Does that mix, does it?
Yeah, and then mixed it with thingamajig, Vallejo airbrush thinner. Okay. So obviously you can't put lacquer in it because that'll turn to glue.
Yeah.
So consequently, I put a little bit of this in here, and it worked an absolute treat. And it went down. I was a little bit wary of it, so I did get it on my Buster because I didn't know what was going to happen. So I got Buster out and gave him a coat, and he seemed to be all right with it. So the next day, this had it. So I needed to get them decals all to bury down and everything else, and it's given it a really nice finish. Actually, I'm really happy how it came out. So it's got quite a nice satin look to it.
I wonder if you could have mixed it with your gauze there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, gauzy would work really well with it.
I'd say, daft as it for you, Future. You could have probably done a 50-50 mix with Future as well.
Yeah.
Because they're all acrylic based, aren't they? But I think with actually, because obviously the other one's alcohol, like it's 22, isn't it? But yeah, I suppose all things. But yeah, so we've got more varnishes in now that you can shake a stick at because we've got everybody's nearly. The only one we don't carry is MIG.
Yes.
But yeah, so the VMS stuff, I've heard good reviews. Never used it, but I've heard really, really good things about it. It's one of them you really have to flood it, apparently. It self-levels and it's all that, but you can't faff around with it. You've got to actually whack it on.
Right.
Which I think is very similar to the AK one that I use, because I use the AK flat one, and I've got the flat, the satin, and the ultra matte, and I really, really like the ultra matte one. It does give a good thing, but it's very milky, and you've really got to put on, and it looks like you've just wrecked your model. But obviously, when it dries, it all dries flat, and it's all right. So yeah, it's one of them you don't just faff around with it. But cool. So yeah, got loads of stuff back in. LP9 we might see from some point. I don't know ever. But what we have got back in, and I don't actually know where it is on the site, I'll be perfectly honest, is the GX1 and GX2, which is the big bottles of black and white.
All right.
I think I might have one in the drawer. If I've got one in the drawer, I'll show you which one I mean. These. I'm sure they've come back in.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that's gloss black and gloss white, and they're really good. The gloss black's amazing, to be honest, especially if you're doing metal coats. Yes. Or if you want a glossy black finish. But we ain't had them in for a bit. We haven't been able to get them, and obviously the white as well. So if you want them, if you can find them wherever they are, somewhere
on the site. So yeah, look, I'll look under gloss. It might be in the glosses section. Oh no, it's the only one.
It's not. No, mate, not be that easy, will it? It's probably actually Miss Dobby paints, if I'm honest. But
is it under lacquer or aquatis?
Lacquer. Miss Dobby lacquers, I bet it's under that.
There it is.
There they are, look, yeah, because it comes under the Leviscus.
Yes, the Leviscus, where we've got white peach, cocoa milk, or cacao milk. What we got? Pale clear red, clear orange, and pale clear brown.
Yeah, they use them for tints, don't they? For skin tones, I think that's what they're made for. For the really, really big figures. Yeah. And stuff. I think that's what they're for airbrushing them. But yeah, so yeah, they're in there. Look, the cool white and the Uno black.
Uno black, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, Uno black. Okay. So yes. But anyway, so we say we are getting restocks of all the paints and the sundries and the bits and pieces all coming through, which is nice.
The next one we're going to do, which we'll probably sort out on Friday, is an attacker. We're going to have a restock of attacker paints because some of them are missing and they're out. So hopefully they'll be in stock. And we should have them in before Christmas, so that'll be good.
Very nice.
Yeah, no, we're doing all right.
Going through. Brilliant. Okie dokie. Right, so over on pre-orders, as I say, I know it's a bit late in the season, but obviously, hopefully, a lot of these will come through over there. Don't take any notice of that one. So, yes.
Now you've got to be a member. You remember.
Well, if you remember, you do get 30% off. So just saying. But yes, the B25,
which is out, so that's going to be shut in. To be honest,
yeah, I was going to say that's due probably straight after Christmas. Then
I would have said it is out in the States. I know Brett's had one and reviewed it on his channel, I think. So he's definitely knocking around. So you never know; it could be here before Christmas. So yeah, if you definitely want your name down, which you've got your name down, haven't you?
I have. I must admit, I'm really looking forward. That is going to be a build next year. Just saying.
Are you committing already?
I am committing. I must admit, it was going to go very nice with my bomber fleet. So that's it. And I must admit, I am a fan. I was acutely jealous of you doing the monogram one. You see. So, but it would be nice to have a go because obviously we can compare as well from the classic monogram, which is probably the king of the hill for them still, to that one, and we can compare notes. So very nice on that one. As I say, I would prefer to wait for the strafer, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's coming, to be honest. I don't know, you know what, with the glass nose one.
There's something about the glass nose. I quite like, the bomber one like that. I think, I am going to go with that one over the strafer, although I do think the strafer one is definitely the cooler. So anything with like a bleeding 100 machine guns pointing out the front of it, it's got to be good, isn't it?
Exactly. So... I'm sitting nicely up there. It's it will be. I mean, they're going to be night and day, as in obviously kits, because we've seen HK and the detail they can put in it. I'll tell you what it might be worth gauging it against is the old Accurate Miniatures one. Excuse me, voice. I know that's a different version, but the detail in that is just. It's not been surpassed yet. And
no,
30-year-old kit now, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Give or take. So it'll be nice to see how it compares to that kit, because obviously that keeps getting released because Academy own the molds, don't they? So Revell's just re-released it again. I think there's a version of Academy Taleri's released it a few times and whatever. So. You can do both versions. You can do an early and a late. So we're definitely going to get an H, J strafer, whatever, because obviously they've done that in 30 seconds. So it seems natural, doesn't it, that they're going to
downscale. Seems to be what they're sort of doing with that. So as you say, will be quite interesting. Some very nice stuff coming down the line from them.
It'd be nice to see if they downgrade the Havoc.
Yes,
I know that's not out yet in 30 seconds, but. I forgot. Somebody else is doing the 30-second Havoc. HPH, I think.
Are they?
Yes. I was. For some reason, I was looking on HPH's website, and I can't remember why. I was just browsing, I suppose, at stuff. And I'm sure they're down to release an A20 as well, which is whether they will now, I don't know, because if they know a styrene one's coming out, obviously the money side of it from the full resin one to, you might as well just do upgrades.
Yes.
For the HK one, aren't you? Really? But it'd be nice. Like I say, I'm quite looking forward. You never know. Next year, fingers crossed, might see a B26 Marauder in 48. You never know.
That can be the big news.
Well, hey, we did hype on about we needed a B25 late, didn't we? And it's
we did. Yeah, we got that.
So the Marauder is definitely another one in a candidate of a new tooled one, because I say there's in that monogram one. The old Esquierta one, which you'll
gloss over that.
So yes,
very nice one there. Obviously the Apaches, again, really looking forward to getting my hands on that one. Put me down for a Guardian, definitely. So we've got that. We've also got the Andy's Hobby Headquarters,
the Tiger.
So
that's got a revised price, and I don't know if we put it up, but I need to check that. But it's a bit cheaper now, I think, than we've originally got a price for. So
right, that's good. We always like going cheaper.
Yeah, of course we do. So I'll have to check on that. But that's a lump as well, isn't it?
I'll
tell you, if it's anything like the box that the Sherman came in.
Yeah.
Blooming heck, that was full. That was properly full.
Yes. So that's a very nice one there. So 1/16 scale, and you get the figure as well.
Yep.
Full figure. So that's all right. Going to be very nice indeed. So if you're into your sort of massively overscaled stuff, as I call it.
If you got room.
If you got room, and they make fantastic door holders. on the floor to hold the door open. Yeah. Door stops, that's the word I'm looking for.
Put a bit of ballast in them and that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. You probably don't even need ballast, to be honest, is that big. But yeah, so yeah, if you need something to stub your toe on, that's them.
So also, sorry mate, I'm just thinking the AMK stroke, what they called, I need something, the company.
Hold on, a look.
Yeah. For the hip.
Yeah, the hip.
So there's a few versions of this coming out as well, because obviously Zvezda's doing one and Trumpeter, aren't they? Which will be
yes, I've seen the bits on the Zvezda one. I must admit, I had a bit of info on that one this week.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's on par with their Hind.
So
it's a bit.
Fits.
Yeah, there's no riveting or.
But you know what's going to happen with that? It's going to be like their Hind, and you're going to get Quinta all over it.
Yeah.
Because I see Quinta now are doing sort of rivets, aren't they? 3D printed rivets.
Yeah.
And I know you can get a set for that Hind, can't you? A rivet set.
You can get the external rivet set.
Positive rivet set. For that
raised rivets. Yeah.
And I can't think who does it off the top of my head, but I know you could get. Obviously, the cockpit was pretty much out before the kit. To be honest, all the upgrades for that. So, and I think ResKit or somebody else does loads of stuff. One of the other companies do all sorts for it. So, again, whichever one you choose is going to have a lot of aftermarket for it if you want to upgrade, because you quite like that helicopter, don't you?
I do. I'm a big fan of the HIP series. So yeah. So just to do, I know we keep saying it, but I still get questions. The difference between the 8 and the 17 is there isn't. It's just one's the export. The 17 is the export version, and the MI8 is the Russians' own one. So a bit like they do with some of their stuff. It's a funny designation, but a lot of people say to me, what's the difference? And there isn't. They're both the same. Well, cockpit colour normally.
Cockpit colour, isn't it? One's grey and one's turquoise, isn't it?
Yeah, but then again, it depends, because some of them, they're painted black now, the export ones as well. So
okay.
Take your pick. But yeah, externally wise like that, there is no difference whatsoever.
So the $1 million question for you then next year, because you're going to be influx with helicopters, because hopefully the ICM Sky Crane will be out next year as well. Obviously,
that would be nice. Yeah.
So what you're going to do, because you've got that probably, you're going to have at least an MI8 17.
Yes.
You've got Apache, which is definitely coming. You've got Sky Crane coming, and we don't know what else yet. So how are you going to do this?
Well, this is it. It's the year of the helicopter.
Is that what you're going to do?
Rotary wing year.
And sticking a B-25 in between.
And a B-25 and an Osprey, but that counts anyway, because that's a helicopter.
Oh, and a big thing.
Yes, and a giant thing, yes. So,
your favouriteist.
It hasn't arrived yet, so I'm all right. I'm hoping it's lost in the post.
I'm hoping it's not.
But I have. It's done. It's been sent. I have paid for it. When it arrives, I will do a review. We can do a look back, nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia.
And as I'm going through, going, oh my god.
Get the filler out. Try some filler on. Get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm going to go down the body shop, the car body shop, and get some filler. It'll be fine. So we got that one down in. Again, obviously for the pre-orders, we're so close to a lot of them, but because of Christmas, you know what it's like. I don't think they're going to be landing before.
No.
So yes, because there's a Ghost of Kiev as well that's floating around as well, isn't it?
Right. So yes, what we've got coming in this week is something that I forgot we'd even got up on pre-order. So these are doing, I think, for Friday. Is the Ghost of Kiev, the MiG-29 version of it is coming in. That should be in by Friday. Also, we've got a F-15 as well. So that's one of them coming in.
Yes. There's the Ghost of Kiev.
So that's a good kit. It's a nice catch, that MiG-29. Best in scale by a country mile. There's also the F-15E with, is it sniper pods or something? It's on there if you scroll down. There, look. With targeting pod and ground attack weapons. There it is. That's coming in as well. So that'll be in by the end of the week. So if you got your name down, you'll be invoiced for that. And the other thing that we, like I said, was a bit of a surprise is the Sierra Cosworths are coming in.
Oh, the old Cosies. Yes.
So the D8, DM models, DH models go down. It's down.
Is it here? Oh, yeah, it is.
There's one DM in it. DM models, there's two of them. So Monte Carlo and Portuguese. So they're coming in as well. Yeah. So
again, we were talking about those a long time ago. So
long time.
A long time ago. In fact, we were talking about that in April.
There you go. At least they've turned up. At least
they have turned up. Yes.
So So yeah, they're coming in as well. So that's interesting because, like I say, it's a Cosworth, isn't it?
Yeah,
so,
and we were saying at the time it's like just no one does Cosworths, and
no, I mean the only other one was the Tamiya the original like 3-door with a tail on
big
it,
whale fin on the back,
big whale fin. But that's obviously the 4-door Sapphire, was it? Sapphire Cosworth.
Yeah,
Blimey. I wonder
very
what one of them
nice.
would fetch now second hand. I dread to think.
Yeah, fantastic money, definitely out of our pocket money.
Oh, definitely out of that. Nice kit though. It'd be interesting. So yeah, they're on the way in as well. So there you go. So that'll be the back end of, like I said, this week, and they'll probably get out by beginning next week when when you've paid your monies.
Yes, cool, very good.
So at least something's coming in new. So yeah, that's about it. I think
that's about it down in there. We've only got one question.
One question.
No one likes us anymore, clearly. Hi, Phil and Matt. No Andy today. Oh, yeah, sorry. Andy's not here today. Sorry.
No, just us saying. Today.
Just us. I've only just noticed. I'm only joking. Right. Do you know of any good models of a German Luftwaffe 148 scale F4F?
Well, there's only one, isn't there, Philip?
There is, yes. The Hasegawa kit, I'm afraid. And I haven't seen that kit for a long time. So you're going to have to be on the old second-hand market for that, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw that one. Yes, but the Luftwaffe one for an F4F, there is an Esky version, but you don't.
There has been actually the old Esky Italeri version. I forgot about that version. Yeah. To be fair, but
to be honest, you want the Hasegawa one. The Hasegawa one is like night and day. But if you pinch, if you couldn't find one, you have got the old Esky, which is reboxed by a Tallery now, and that may be a little bit more easier to come across.
Yeah, and it's not overly expensive, to be honest. And I think if you're just doing a cabinet model, shall we say?
Yes,
it'll look fine because I think Andy's built a version of it. I think his was a need, to be fair, because he's built the Israeli one, and we've had the RF in that's sold out.
Yeah,
that was out as well. And it's basic, and it is what it is, but it looks like a Phantom. But yeah, if you want a bit more sort of I'd say a modern version, but I can't even say that's more modern than the old Esky one, is it? The Hasegawa one, but it's a better kit. I mean, I was going to say
we may see. Well, we're hoping to see maybe said manufacturer for Zucamori, things like that could, but I don't see them doing it.
Meng
might, because obviously Meng now is doing their long nose Phantoms because we've got the G. Meng's coming out with the E, or any second after Christmas. That one's due in the new year. So in theory, I think if you wanted to, you're looking down that route, because from a G to an F isn't that much.
No. The thing is as well with the German ones, because I think the Turkish used them as well, didn't they? And the Greeks.
Yeah.
The schemes are amazing, and I don't know why some, like say, they've not tapped into that yet, because there's such an option for box arts, really. The box arts are going to sell the kits because of the special schemes they use with it, and for tiger schemes, aren't they? The squadron,
retirement schemes, things like that as well. There's loads of them.
So
the Turkish one, to be honest, is the one I'd like to do, because the Turkish one's got the tusked version. They've got the sort of tusk face on them. And they're quite a dark scheme as well, and they look really cool. I must admit, I saw a lineup of them, a photo a few months ago, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be nice. Do one of those," you know. So, but again, now we're being sort of flooded now with long nose ones from Meng. Obviously, Zucamori are onto it. As you say, I don't know if Tamiya may go down that route at some point, because obviously they've done the J. So, I can imagine maybe they've got half a Phantom ready to go. So you might see a long nose version of them in the future. So it'd be nice if someone did do an F. I think if Tamiya did it, they'd probably do an EJ version, because obviously playing to the home market a bit. But it wouldn't be a massive stride to do it. So again, and obviously next year, hopefully we may see 30-second ones.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the company name. Sorry, it's just got a blank on me, but we are looking forward. They are apparently on course, on form, still coming. The brand new tool 30-second ones as well. So was it Phantom Fanatics are in with it as well?
Yeah, I think so.
So as I say, from them backing the program as well with their knowledge, in theory, it should be very, very nice. I'm looking forward to seeing those. So if you're into your 30-second scale stuff, because let's face it, again, you've only got Revell and Tamiya. in 32nd with Phantoms.
Yeah,
so
you have, yeah. I mean, that's funny as well, because Revell do a 72nd F, a 32nd F, but not a 48th.
No, yeah.
And it was quite a well-used aircraft in the Luftwaffe, weren't it, really? They're a good few.
Because I don't think, because obviously Revell reboxed a lot of Hasegawa's Phantoms.
Yes, I don't think they ever
But
did.
they didn't do the F, though, did they? Never saw an F.
No.
Strangely. So,
no.
But yeah, you'd thought they'd have done something for the home market. But yeah, no, let's face it, just the retirement schemes from the F4F from the Luftwaffe were fantastic. So some really nice stuff in there. So, but yeah, really, you're just, if you can find one, Hasegawa 48 scale, because that's a straightforward shake and bake kit, no problems at all. Then obviously you've got the Italeri version, which is the Esky one. It's a little bit more basic. It's got recessed panel lines, but unfortunately there's not a lot of riveting on it. But if you just wanted, as you say, sat in your cabinet to be an F4F, it'd be fine for it, no problem at all. So, yeah, good stuff. Cool, and that is about it.
It is. Oh, just to mention, for people who's not seen, the books. Just on the books bit for us, will you? We've got a few books in.
Yes.
And that we're selling, and they're very nice books. That one's been a really, really good seller.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're going to get some more in over the course of next year. But yeah, so...
And again, they don't break the bank either. Like the Gripper one's a bit thinner, I think, so that's why it's a bit cheaper at £15. What I do is I'm popping up to see Matt over Christmas period.
Yeah.
I will grab a couple and we'll do a full review of them.
Yeah. That's the one you need.
What, another F-16 book? I'm a bit booked out on that, to be honest. But I must admit, I do fancy the Lightning one. That would be a really nice book.
And also, like, for people who don't know, they've got builds as well in the back. So obviously there's a bit of a walk around and a detail and pictures and stuff. And then there's some model kits in the back, because we were thinking like the Gripen one, weren't we? Who's with the Gripens in the back and the F-16s and stuff. So, and they're actually nice builds as well.
Really nicely done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but if you want any of those ones, obviously in our new book section, which we probably will be expanding next year.
I think
it's been quite a success, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So we did say that we'll get a few more things like that in for some of the other ones as well from the bigger titles. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think we've discussed we're probably going to get the FAQ books in from AK, because they're always a good book to have in, just a complete book there for anything you want.
Yeah.
And then really we're probably just going to do reference books, I think. Things like that. So we'll see how that expands and see for next year. But yeah, it's one of the things we might, get the library going.
Yeah, that's it. I think it'll be a good one. To say it's quite a good thing. I like them anyway. And as you said before, we've all spoken about how Google is great, Professor Google for getting images and stuff. But there's something quite nice just having a book, flicking your page, and you've got it as you're working. You can, even though it's there to there, but it's just nicer. I
like a book.
I must be old.
That's my little,
Yes, that's it. I need one of those, a bookcase. I don't have one. Mine are literally piled like that over there in the corner now.
You need a bookcase.
I do, definitely. Right, okay then, we will leave it right there. So big thank you for joining us today. So if you do want anything, grab it. Postal is a nightmare at the moment. If you're in the UK, you know exactly what we're talking about. But they are getting through. That's all we can actually say. Yes, they are being delayed. Yes, obviously they're all fully tracked and insured. So if anything goes missing, you've got nothing to worry about at all. But just bear with us. Hopefully they'll sort themselves out next year. If not, please speak to our complaints department, Mr. J. Buller.
Royal Mail.
At royalmail.com. And John will be there to answer and find your parcel. But honestly, they are getting through, like me and Matt were discussing before we came on air. Obviously, there's a lot of frustration. Everything's happening. I'm waiting for stuff to come in here and I haven't even got it. So, it does go both ways. But everything is getting through. It's just taking a little bit longer. Just stay with us. And hopefully, as you say, next year, things will return to normal and we can get back to getting the orders out quickly and you getting them within a day or two instead of a week or two. So
or three.
Or three, as it seems to be at the moment.
Depending where you are, yeah.
I tell you what, the funny thing is, I'm sending out orders and they're getting around the world to like Australia and America and all the rest of it before they get 4 miles up the road.
Down the road.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But there you go. Anyway, right, we will leave it right there. As I say, next week will be our special sort of roundup show for the year for PM. on that one. Obviously, on the Flory model side next week as well, we'll be doing lots of roundup shows of everything as well, including our Christmas show on next Thursday.
Christmas jumper week.
Christmas jumper week. So it'll be our Christmas jumper show. So we'll be on with that one as well. So till then, everybody, happy modelling. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.